a ferry over to Bremerton? I can't remember.
Yep. Or you can drive. You can drive from Tacoma.
Yeah. So
All right, we're on. We are on. All right, guys.
Okay.
I should put YouTube on my phone.
Yeah. Are we on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, we're live? Oh, we'll see it over here.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Let's see what happens. We're just getting on, so.
It takes a minute for the counter to start.
Yeah. Unless nobody showed up today. Let's see, marketer.
I should have blown that up for you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do we?
Yeah, 4.
Were they?
Hola. Oh, Oscar. Hola. Buenos dias.
Okay, hold on just a second. I'm making some other notes here.
Oscar, I'm teaching my dog Spanish. So he says good morning. He knows good morning. He doesn't know buenos dias yet.
But he knows you gave him all the paraphernalia. Let's see, what was the other thing we wanted?
The marketer.
Yeah, the marketers.
Sharing the app.
Yeah.
And the referral code.
Okay.
That's the first one, the referral code. Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning. Oh, there's Meredith.
Hey, TC, how you doing? Good morning, Phoenix.
Hi,
Hey, I got your note, buddy. I appreciate that. Daniel, good morning.
Oh, no, Phoenix, let me tell you what he said about your note, because you said, I hope you're feeling better. And Bob showed it to me and said, does Phoenix think I'm sick? He said, no, it's just from your head, probably.
Yeah. And let's see. We got Fairfax, Virginia in the house. Starting to get some Louisville.
Oh, hi, Art. Good morning.
Art's online. Tomas is online. Tomas, you got to start ripping that market open there in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Okay. Patrick's going to show you some stuff today online. It'll blow you away.
Absolutely.
Michael?
Super excited about that.
Yeah, so everybody knows Patrick Santiago's on with us this morning. Patrick's doing an amazing job. He's been with the company almost 2 years, almost from the very beginning.
From the very beginning, I've been here.
And then over the last 5-6 months since we shifted to delivery, Patrick's been in touch with me along with a couple of his other guys in his team, and has some really good perspective on the business. He's hung in there tough. He's signing restaurants up. He's got a calculator we're going to show you, and then we're going to post that calculator in the back office. So when you're dreaming and you want to know how to make $1 million a year, you can play with the calculator, and it'll show you how to make $1 million or 100,000 or 5,000, whatever dream you have, you can put it in the calculator. It'll make you smile. But then the real critical thing is you have to go to work, right? Patrick and I spent, was it 2 weeks ago? Patrick flew into town for a couple of days. He and I met with a couple of his teammates, and they started opening restaurants literally right away after the meeting. They went out and opened a restaurant, and we spent about 3 hours together. So from scratch, he's starting to build Las Vegas and working on Seattle too. So he's lighting up the team there too. Let's see, what do we got this morning? Phoenix, I will have the prototype. Okay, great, Phoenix. We're about to flyer the whole area, right, Tomas? Okay, well, why don't we get started? I want to bring everybody up to speed on what's been going on. Some of you people have iPhone 8s and 6s. Whatever issue that you may have had has been straightened out, so it's 100% now. So there's no issues with iPhone 8s or any of the iPhones now. They're all online. The other thing we launched the marketer program yesterday. So if you go to the consumer app, you look on there, you'll find the marketer program. The marketer program was designed for people that did not want to drive, but only wanted to market, only wanted to recruit drivers, recruit restaurants, what have you. So they're in the income stream that way on either residual income. Well, it's all in, some is one-time income, but they're in the loop on that. They don't have to fill out any background information or go through a background search at all. It's basically 3 clicks. You fill out your banking information, put your credit card in, and you're ready to go.
And the one question is, I know I'm Daniel Kearney, I'm going to answer it before you say it.
Yeah.
Is how do I refer a marketer?
Yeah.
And you don't directly refer a marketer. You refer them to be a consumer.
Right.
And they go to the refer and earn tab once they're a consumer, and it's the very bottom link that says be a marketer.
Yeah. So you'll see a link that says be a marketer. Click on that. And it's 4 steps to become a marketer. It's very simple. Then it gives you, if you're a legacy or whatever, it'll show up in your back office. So, and there's a lot of people that have been, getting re-engaged over the last week or so. A lot of leaders. I mean, I'm not going to mention names, so we had 2 or 3, and I'm just trying to put those people with other people so they can start to feel the momentum that's coming their way. And also, there's a number of people that want to become legacies that missed out on it because the system wasn't working. So we're looking at that as an option. If we want to bring some people on as legacies, I need to really talk with a few people internally in the company, see if we want to do that.
One more thing about the marketer.
Yeah.
Make sure they know they get charged at the time of sign.
Yeah, that's the thing about the marketer. It's not like the driver that's in limbo. You'll get charged at the time of sign up because you're going to be in income stream. And we went through the system again yesterday from end to end, from the sign up, if you're a driver, whatever, through the whole flow, all the way to the commission run, all the way to taking the money and put it in the e-wallet, and then the e-wallet transfer to the bank. So that's been all tested. It's working fine. We don't see any real issues with anything there. So if you're in the income stream right away, you'll be paid 8 days in the rears. So that's the way that works. So that's good for people that want to just recruit and get after it and start building. So that's about all I've got oh, Amy wanted to bring up the referral code.
So a lot of you have been asking, and due to popular demand, we are going to make it so the referral code field will be a mandatory field.
Right.
So I hope that makes you happy. Below that field, though, we will have writing of some sort that says, if you don't have a referral code, you'll write in TripDelivers, and then those people will go into an orphanage.
Orphanage.
I said that to one of our tech people, and they said, "Excuse me?" I said, "Yes, that's the term. They're orphans." So those orphans will be given out to the top leaders. Right. And then if by some chance you referred someone and they forgot to put in your referral code and then they put in TripDelivers, we know right where to find them. Right.
So the orphans are going to be handled through, they'll go back to the field through the leadership. Yep. And once they go through the field, back to the field leadership, they'll be handed out. The company does not want to compete with the field. We don't want to do your job. If we want to do your job, we wouldn't have any of you on board with us. So our business model works. The more people we have working and the more money we can pay, it incentivizes. So it keeps the ball rolling. So we don't want to encroach on that, but we want to make sure that those orphans that do show up get sent back to the field so they have a sponsor basically. So, yep. And thank Patrick for that. And thanks some of the other guys in the field. I've been talking to him about it. Patrick brought it up. I talked to half a dozen other leaders and everybody's very happy with that. So another thing is we don't make, decisions in a vacuum. We try to bring people in that really can impact the business and give us really a better insight. Hold on one second.
And then the other thing is here, there's been some confusion with the referral link. So when I share my referral link with Bob, if he doesn't have the app installed yet, it takes him to the app store to install the app. So what we're getting complaints about is once they download the app, even though they went through your referral code, there's no possible way for it to populate from the download. So what they would have to do is either go back and click on your referral link again once the app is downloaded and then your referral code's embedded, or they will have to type in your referral code, my referral code, Amy L. McNulty. Right. So those are the two things, but now it will be a mandatory field. So hopefully it will trigger people to say, oh, I know her referral code. She gave it to me. I put it in, so that's how we're trying to alleviate the problem. So,
and we're gonna put some videos together on this stuff over the next 4 or 5 days. We'll get that out in the field and posted, so there's no mistake about what you're doing. So anyway, I'm going to turn the meeting over to Patrick Santiago so he can walk you through this calculator he built. That's a terrific tool. This will be posted up in the back office. So when it's in the back office and you want to know, oh, I have 10 restaurants and they're doing 25 orders a day, how much should I be making? You'll see it instantaneously. Or if you want to dream big and say, I'm going to put 1,000 restaurants online, then we're all retiring and going to Hawaii. So anyway, Patrick, you want to take over?
All right, guys. Thank you so much, Bob. I'm super excited. All the information and all the changes that have happened over the last 2 years. It's been a journey for sure. And the resilience of Bob as the leader of our group and just taking the bull by the horns has inspired me and inspired a lot of people. I just want you guys to know it takes a lot of effort to do what he's doing as a CEO. And he's bringing on a bunch of leaders, which I'm excited about because he's putting us together and they're incentivizing us. The orphan plan is going to blow your guys' mind. I have another one that I'm going to be doing probably in a week or so to show people. But that orphan plan is going to excite you guys as well. I think it's going to get a lot of people. And there are major companies that have used this orphan plan to grow their markets. So we'll share that as well. So I'm gonna be talking about how much money this business can make you as a promoter, as a driver. And I think when I put this together, I'm a numbers guy and I have been in sales for 15 years and I need to know how much I'm going to make. And everybody wants to know how much am I going to make? So I had to put this together, and any business that I've been a part of, I put together. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you guys. And I know it's a lot of numbers on here. So I'm going to move my mouse around and make sure you guys are following. So I'm circling it like this. So I'm going to go to the top left corner here, just something simple to know. Everybody who's recording, who's watching this, obviously we know the money's in the restaurants and we need the restaurants and we want to help the restaurants. So in the communication with my restaurateur, I'm making sure that they know that our whole goal in our company is to put more money in their pockets. We don't want to be like the other guys. We're not looking to take advantage of them. And so if you bring on 50 restaurants, and I'm going to start with 50 just because that's a really good number. I think somebody can put 50 restaurants in 2 months, 3 months, if they just go out there and you get momentum. So 20 restaurants, and on average, every restaurant I've been talking to, they do anywhere between 20 and 50 deliveries a day, 7 days a week. So some days on Fridays, maybe 50 deliveries, but some days during the week could be 17. So I'm choosing 20 at 40 cents a delivery. That's $400 a day that you would be making. $400 a day is a decent income. I mean, if you want to do it hourly, that's like getting paid $50 an hour. So you can look at the $12,000 a month, and annually I put it in our Trip Blue, which is awesome. You'll make $144,000 a year. That's just for 50 restaurants that you refer. So here's where I'm going to blow your mind. If these restaurants, say you can play with these numbers on the calculator when you get it. So say you got only 25 of the top restaurants in your market. They do 50. You bump to $180,000 a year. And that's just for the restaurants, okay? And like Bob said, if you want to dream, and we'll make it something simple, 25 deliveries. And if you got 150 restaurants, you're a $500,000 earner in Trip just for referring to restaurants, onboarding them. And I got to give a shout out to Art because you guys don't understand. I onboarded those 2 restaurants in Vegas. I was there for 4 days, onboarded 2 restaurants, and they got a call from Art within a couple of days. And I went in there, I went through the process, and then it's turned over. For me to earn money on something that I went out, used my influence, and turned it over and have a company to onboard them, you guys don't even understand how awesome that is. So I think you guys on the restaurateur side should be motivated. Now, this tab here, this here, you can change how many days in business. Some restaurants maybe 5 days a week, but most of them are 30 days a week. This here will tell you how much quick start money you'd make by referring to restaurant, because you get $50 on the sign up. So the day we open, realize this, guys, we're not charging the restaurants. The day we open, if you have 50 restaurants on, you're going to get a check for $2,500 within 21 days of us running that. I believe. It's not the 8-day that's 21 days. And this tab here is full. I mean, this little area here, $15. That's for anybody you refer. It's $5 or $15. The legacies are 15 and the starters are 5. So I play with this all the time to blow my mind, because there are people who they're telling us that they're going to get 500 restaurants. They're a millionaire. They're a millionaire every year, almost 2 million. And that, I think the opportunity is so vast for you to go out there and get as many restaurants as you can. So the calculator also calculates if you want to go after drivers. So the driver side. So let me just give you guys a quick story. I'm going to stop my screen real quick because I want you guys to hear this. This blew my mind because this is the first time it's happened to me when I went to go speak to a restaurateur. I walked in, the owner, because there's nobody here in Seattle, there's probably 25% of the restaurant is full as people. He had nobody. He had a cubby hole, kind of like my daughter's thing. And I'm in my daughter's room because my parents are staying in my office. But you got the cubby holes here. They had cubby holes in their restaurant for Grubhub, for Uber Eats, for DoorDash and Postmates. And he was standing behind there. And I was talking to him about this opportunity to partner with us, be on our platform, and get the savings, significant savings. And as I was speaking to him, a driver walks in, and you guys, I'm telling you this because I want you to know how easy it is to get a driver. A driver walks in, and I'm already presenting to the restaurateur. I wanted him to see how easy it is for us to convert their drivers to our platform, TripDelivers. And so I just handed my card to him. I said, "Hey, are you a driver for who?" And I gave him my card, and I said, "Hey, can you contact me? We're launching a new delivery service, and I know you drive for all three, put on a fourth, but here's the catch. We're going to pay 100% of the fare." His eyes opened up like this. He was like, "Really? 100%? Yes." So I'm looking to see if I can bring this restaurant on, but call me or text me and I will get you all the information. So that's going to be how easy it's going to be for you to go out and get a driver. And then when I left, there was another driver just pulling up as I was getting in my car. So some of you are looking for ways to get drivers. You can go to a restaurant that gets 50 deliveries, and those drivers will be coming in and you can talk to them. So I'm going to share my screen again with the driver commissions, just so you guys can see how many drivers do you guys want to get. So if you go here, you guys can see my screen, right, Bob? Okay, so 100 drivers will yield you $4,900, $5,000 a month. So you're now in a $60,000 a year income. That should blow your mind for 100 drivers. And I showed you how easy it is. You just got to get out of your skin and go talk to some of these drivers. If they join a side hustle, some of them may be weary and they're thinking, "Hey, I don't know. I just want to try it out." If you get 100 side hustle drivers, you're making $24,000 a year. That's a great side hustle income for someone who's promoting. So if I go back and change this to 50 restaurants doing 25 deliveries, that's 180,000 a year. And if you get 100 drivers, that's another 60,000 a year. So you're almost at a $250,000 a year income. I don't know about you, but that's as easy as it gets for an income for someone who just goes out and brings on more and more drivers and riders. And the bottom parts here, you guys can play with. It's for people who are pro drivers, and pro drivers will get the $5 per, or I should say 5%. And so you could see how much money you would make if your 100 drivers refer just 3 drivers. So here's what I want to share with you. Let me stop this here. The driver side is super awesome because drivers, a couple of them know 50 to 100 drivers. I have a driver in Seattle. He pulled his phone up to me. This is when we were recruiting for Triprides at the airport. And he said, "You see all these drivers?" And he went to his phone and he started scanning it like this. And he goes, "These are all the drivers that are part of my team," like this. And so if you see my calculator, if you get them to refer just 3 drivers, I'm going to show you guys this. Share my screen again. And you'll see this calculator works like this. You can put 1 driver in. This is where people go, wow, you can really make money if you find the right driver, because you get 1 driver who refers in 50 drivers, and you are a marketer or a pro driver, you just are making $9,000 a year just on an override for referring those drivers. And some of these guys, if you can find 10 drivers who know 50 drivers, that's 500 drivers. 10 that knows 50 is 500. That's $90,000 a year just for finding 10 drivers who are players in the market. And some of you are thinking, man, what if I can fly into these major places and I find 10 of the top drivers in each market? How much money will you make? So the income is limitless. I believe, I truly believe it is. And we need to open the market. Excuse me. We need to open the market. And here's where I think Bob will appreciate this, because he's the big picture guy. I have a calculator here for our company as far as how many transactions we can get, how many deliveries we do in a day. If we can get across the nation 500,000 deliveries, and that's only, the number comes out to us getting anywhere from 300 to 500 per market in 38 markets. The company would be $540 million company. We'll be a $500 million company like that. Excuse me, like that. Let me get some water here. And I'm really excited about that, because this is 500,000 deliveries at $3 per transaction. That's a $500 million company, guys. We need to get it open. And Bob hears me say this all the time. We can put on all the people. Bob and the team is the execution. We don't have control of execution of the app. We already have it on the phone. They're going to make sure it runs. Trust me, if we have the people, Bob's going to make sure that every transaction is done right. Bob's going to make sure that we all are getting paid. So that's the calculator in here. I was going to just let everybody know, when I go into a restaurant, I bring this in. I either bring it on my tablet, or I have it on a sheet of paper. But I took this off of, can you guys see my screen, Bob?
Yes, I can see it.
So I put this on my tablet, and this is super powerful to make sure that I bring and I let the restaurateur see the savings. And this is, you can get this in the back office off of your PowerPoint, and either take a picture of it with your phone, or you can save it to a drive, print it up, save it as a picture on your tablet. On the phone, it might be a little too small. So, but this right here, just set it on the counter. They don't need to have so much information. This right here, they know it's the truth. And one of the things that happened to me was the owner of that restaurant kept tapping the screen and going, you see that Grubhub? They're taking all my money. And he knew it. And I want to grab that emotion that they don't like it. And I have the solution. And so they can opt in and get on our platform. And we'll go through a couple trainings. I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos that we'll be uploading to the back office for everybody to use. I'm super excited about getting the field moving. I think you guys got to see the potential. And so take advantage of the calculator, download it. It'll be downloadable. It'll just be as an Excel spreadsheet. Don't play with the fields. I'll lock them if I can, but some of you guys are smart. You guys might want to unlock them and play with it. Play with it. Let your brain go and show it to your team. Because talking about it like this, telling you you can make, Bob's been saying you can make a lot of money, you can make a lot of money, but actually physically seeing the numbers cranked in to a spreadsheet, math doesn't lie. That 4-letter word, it doesn't lie. So I'm super excited. And Bob, I'm excited to be a part of this and make sure we're opening up in the next 45 to 60 days.
Hey, Patrick, you did a great job, man. That is a powerful, powerful presentation where people can see. One of the things that, and also for the guy that just really is a part-timer that doesn't really either want to go work, that many days, hours to achieve putting 100 restaurants in. But if you just did 10 restaurants and 25 drivers and a couple little other things, you're already making money. You're making supplemental income into, a couple $1,000 a month, which can make the difference. My dogs that can make the difference for somebody. So it's there. All you got to do is decide what you want to do. But Patrick's well involved and doing a great job. I can't tell you, it's refreshing to work with people like a lot of the other people on this call that really get it and out there getting into the marketplace and really developing the business. Because if you just keep doing it for the next 30, 40 days, you're going to see some pretty significant checks flying out of here by Christmas as you start to build those markets up. A couple of things I want to go through real quick also, which was brought up about Art. Just so you guys understand, Art's role in the company since we have, realigned everything again to really fit the need of the market. One of the most important things I saw, probably the most important thing, understanding what our research showed, that the restaurants themselves are already being taken advantage of, and there's virtually no contact with the delivery source, almost zero contact. Nobody's ever seen Grubhub people or any of these. They're going to catch on to it as we start building momentum. So Art's background, besides operations with me and running significant companies, is also been very, very much about customer service. So who is the best guy I went to that really understands the importance of customer service and how that's, going to make changes in the industry and also ingratiate us with the consumer or the customer, meaning the restaurateur. So every restaurant that signs up, they get a personal phone call from Art. And as we start building this out, Art's team will grow. I suspect they'll be one of the larger teams in the company. And they will contact every single restaurant, welcome on board, ask a series of questions that are pertinent to their business, like how many deliveries they do in a day, what type system they on a POS system, or they have a tablet or whatever it might be. So we'll be asking all those questions, but this is an important integral part of next level of customer service. And you win through consumer experience in this business. We can have all the cheap pricing, but unless we also give them the added value, much like if you really think about it, what Amazon does with its Prime, the added value isn't just next day delivery, it's also the other component pieces that they have, which is their movie, videos, music, all the things that they do that are add-ons. And our add-on is great customer service, contacting the restaurant owner, staying engaged with them, and then really training our affiliate reps to get out there and visit the restaurateur. You don't have to do it every week or every other week, but once a month, every 6 weeks, drop by, buy a cup of coffee, visit with the owner or the manager of the store, going in the off hours because they're busy during the regular hours, and then get to know that person. And you'll find out you'll develop one hell of a business by doing that. So the white glove program is really, really important to us. A couple other things I wanted to bring up. One is also on the restaurant flow. All that documentation is in. I think by Tuesday, Wednesday next week, that'll go up live. So it'll totally smooth out the sign-up process. We took about 3 or 4 steps out. We've added in a where you can sign up. If you want to just do the $149, you can do that. And then there's also the optional for the the membership program. So all of that does matter, as I said. So that's all I've got. There are some questions. Amy, what
questions? Lots of questions about the marketer.
Okay, lots of questions about the marketer. Want to know why you're going to get charged on the marketer day one? Because if you're a driver right now, we can't charge you because you're not driving, you're not earning, and we let you drive for a period of time. Then you start paying your monthly subscription fee. Unlike this, the marketer is immediate. You sign up today, you can start signing up people and start earning commissions today, get paid 8 days in arrears. Everywhere. Doesn't matter where you sign up a driver, or not a driver, but where you're signing up a marketer or anybody, if it's a restaurant, whatever it might be. So those are the things that are the reason why we charge upfront, because we pay immediately. We're trying to put money in people's pockets. If you don't want to do that now, then it's your choice. You don't have to do any of it. You don't have to do anything. You can come on these calls and bring a cup of coffee on Saturday mornings and listen to me talk. I mean, that would be good, or Patrick, or we'll have other people on as guests, and they can talk too. But if you're really interested in putting some cash in your pocket, you can do it right away. That's the reason we created the marketer program. One is put money in your pocket right away, and two was to take the drudge part of signing up when you have to put in your license number, insurance, all that kind of stuff, because we understand that's, it's a little more, but I did it, by the way. Our chief financial officer ran, and this was part of our, unless our financial officer buys off on the technology that it works, and he has to make it work. He has to go in and sign up, not somebody's doing it for him. He has to go sign up. He has to put all his documentation in. He has to go through every single step, including running a payroll run and taking that money and putting it in the e-wallet, and then taking the e-wallet and pushing the button that goes to his bank account. Thank God it isn't his personal bank account, it's a company one. So we test it all the way through, and we want to make sure it works for everybody. So that's the reason the marketer pays up front.
Okay, so a restaurant owner wants to know, they already have a merchant account. Why do they have to set one up with us?
Okay, this is the really critical part, so you understand our business model. Yes, the restaurateur has their own merchant account. However, the reason we issue them is, and we make zero money on the merchant account. So a lot of people say, oh, you're going to make 0.5%. We're so transparent. We'll show you the agreements we have with our card process. We make 0 percentages, pennies, or anything. We don't make any money by design. We want to put more money in the driver's pocket. So therefore, or the restaurateur's pocket, we take nothing out of that. The reason we hook them up with their own merchant account is so the money flows from the consumer directly to the restaurant. It doesn't stop with us. We take a piece out, we send it on. We don't do any of that stuff. This money flows directly from the consumer to the restaurateur. Same thing we do with the driver. The money goes from the consumer or the person that's in the car or the restaurant meal goes directly to the restaurant, but also the driver that pays for the delivery also goes directly to the driver. We don't get in between money at all. So that's how transparent we are. That's what makes our model work, is because we don't get in between the money at all. Also helps us with any other regulatory issues, because you truly are a 1099 employee, and not in the sense that we issue the 1099. We don't even issue the 1099. The card processor issues the 1099 to you, because once again, we're not in between you and the money.
Pam has a good question. And Pam, are you okay?
Yeah, I heard she was in
an accident or something. Pam, we hope you're okay. She said, I heard restaurant signups can use prepaid debit cards for the dollar, but can this also be prepaid debit gift card? Yeah.
Any kind of financial transaction they can use if it's a debit card.
By the way, she loves Patrick's spreadsheet. She uses that for business all the time.
Yep, there you go. And she does a phenomenal job on her presentation of marketing materials. It's very, very thorough.
A couple of people asking if they want to change from a driver to a marketer. How do they do that?
Well, you could just sign up as a marketer.
No, they can't.
Well, they can't?
No, because once they become a driver, and Lloyd, this answers your question. Once you become a driver, your refer and earn tab is no longer located.
Oh, that's right. That's
app.
right.
It's in the driver app. So if you really want to be a change from a driver to a marketer and pay now, you're going to have to contact us, and we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, we'll have to do it manually.
We don't have that set up right now.
Yeah. So
some restaurant owners aren't even aware that their menu is being marked up.
Yeah, the question is, some restaurant owners don't even know they're being marked up, which is beyond me, because they have one price in their store, and they're probably not looking at their menu that's online. And let me explain this to everybody, because the Grubhubs, the Uber Eats, all the competitors want to have control of the restaurant's menu. That's the only reason why they upload the menu and they manipulate the pricing, because they're actually controlling the pricing, which means they control the margin, they control the percentage. So they can go in there at any given time and say, oh, you know what? I need an extra 3 or 4%. So I'm just going to mark that menu up 3 or 4%, and I'll do it for a week, and nobody's going to be the wiser. And then I'll lower it back down in a week. So that's why you see all these promotions where, oh, free delivery. like I've said, there are no free lunches in business. Somebody is paying somewhere. When I see something that says free, it's already built into the price. So it might be free in somebody's mind, but the reality is the cost of goods come from some place.
What happens when a pro driver signs up a marketer? From Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
When a pro driver
signs up a marketer.
Yeah, he gets commission.
Yeah, because they pay, because the marketer paid.
Because the marketer paid, so you get a commission right away.
And once again, in case you got on late, the marketer is located on the consumer app, on the Refer and Earn tab at the bottom. It says to be a marketer. People are asking where it is.
Yeah, so everybody keep in mind what's going on here. We're starting to get some of the people that were early on with us back in 2019 and late 2018, before we even opened, leaders that recruited thousands and thousands of people. They're starting to see and hear now, and it's up to you. If you guys want to be successful, I keep telling you this, and I don't see any improvements. But if it was me, I'd be getting everybody and my cousins, my brothers, my sisters, my friends, anybody that would listen, I would get them on these calls on Saturday morning. So if you're just yourself, then bring one person. You want to double the size of people. If everybody on this call just brought one person next week to the call to listen what's going on, they could do the calculator, all that stuff. You double the size, and then you want to go to the next level. Have them bring a person. This is a replicated game, and it's very easy to do. But you got to ask, hey, do you want to jump on a call? You want to learn more about the business?
Hey, Bob, one
quick thing. The EIN number, the ITIN, and the SS number is up and working now? No, it's not?
It's in testing.
Oh, it's in test flight right now.
It should be pushed on Monday.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to explain. So
Yeah.
the first line says Social Security number or ITIN as their mandatory fields.
Yeah.
No dashes, no spaces.
Yeah.
The second field shows EIN, and it says the word optional, which means you don't have to put anything there. But if you have an EIN and that's how you want to get paid, then you put it there.
Yeah. So I hope everybody heard that, how it works. That's in test flight right now. And test flight is actually a tool that we use to test everything out. So that's in test flight. Amy says it'll probably go live on Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. She's hedging, but
I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver.
Yeah, so that's been a big deal.
We're also going to change the sign-in.
Yeah, we're thinking about, because there is some problems with the OTP. One of the problems is once you lock that number in to the system, when you sign up for the app, that number gets populated, and it is causing some problems around the system. So we're going to go back to the old school. Go click on the login, put your password and your email in, and you'll be in the system.
We think it would alleviate a lot of problems.
It'll alleviate a lot of the problems some of you are having, and it'll be very, very simple to do. It's not a big deal with us. So we're going to be moving that back probably sometime this week, but it won't be a big deal. It just actually is going to solve some problems. Yeah, Patrick, go ahead. You wanted to.
Yeah, I wanted to show, you were talking about Grubhub. So I have a screenshot. This is going to be uploaded in the back office as well. Of the comparison of an actual Grubhub comparison order. So if you guys can see my screen, this is if you go to their website and you just order, or you put an order that you're going to pick up, it's $21.91. And then when you go through Grubhub, it's $30.77. And the difference is really $3 is the markup that they're making, because this is their delivery fee, and they're doing all, like you said, they manage all that money so they can distribute it out to their drivers however they want. But you can see the markup that a consumer pays completely different than what they would pay in store. So $20.67 is the actual hard dollar, but they're charging them $24.80. So they're actually charging them, and then Grubhub is charging them 30% on the $24. So they're charging them $6 or $7, where we're going to charge them $2 to $3. So that's how you're going to show people how they're going to actually be able to compete in the marketplace. We're going to be very much saving them, and that's on a one-person order. That's a burger, fries, and a shake. If they have a family order, we're going to blow them away. So I'm going to upload some of these comparisons in the back office, so people can actually use this as real evidence when they meet a restaurateur.
Yeah, it's a great point, because people don't realize where the hidden fees are, you know, and it's astounding to me that a restaurateur would own his business or their business, her business, and not know that they're getting marked up 30-40%. You know, the thing is, if you go online and you can just type that in, and you'll get white paper after white paper of surveys being done with restaurateurs, the ones that know what's going on. But clearly over 70% of the restaurateurs don't like the third party. And we're not really considered a third party because we're not taking any money. We're just a delivery service. And if you keep that in mind, at its simplest core, our job is to pick up a product, whether it's a hamburger, down the road, it could be cleaning, it could be groceries, it could be, you know, items from Home Depot. Our job is to pick something up and get it to the consumer, the end user, as quickly as they can get it, and at the lowest possible price. If we do that, and then Art does his job on the white glove side, keeping contact with that end user, guess what? We'll win all day long. And but you got to keep this stuff simple. It's like marketing materials. You got to keep it simple. It's like what Patrick was just saying. Here's the 2 or 3 things you need to do to win. You don't have to overexpose it, overthink it. The customer, when they see the numbers, they'll go, oh my God. And it costs them really nothing to go do this. Tomas.
Is the merchant processing rate and swipe fee the same across the country for every restaurant?
Yeah, the fee is identical. So our fee is actually a little bit lower than Stripe. It's 2.9% and a nickel per transaction. Everybody else is 2.9 and 30 cents. That 25 cents per transaction, just think about this. If a guy's doing 20, deliveries a day, so multiply 20 times 25 cents, that's his savings for the day that he did just with us. It just goes straight through. He's not getting whacked that extra 25 cents. And that's all by design, by the way. That wasn't a number we just picked out. And those were hard negotiations with because all these card processors want to pick up nickels and dimes and pennies. And I said, no, if you want our business, here's what you have to do. And then they always try to get you to say, oh, well, we'll give you back a nickel. And I go, no, I don't want the nickel. Our business model works the way it works. We don't need the nickel. You're going to take that nickel and take it out of the price of what we're going to charge the end user. So.
James Jones.
Hey, James.
Do owners have the ability to turn off deliveries if they are too busy?
Yes, they can turn off deliveries if they're too busy. Absolutely. But we hope they turn off the other guy, not us.
Do the restaurants only pay the $149 after they get officially signed up for the $1 and before they get the tablet or the POS integration?
Yeah, it's $149 one time. So they sign up for $1. So it's $148.99 at the time of turn on. So they'll either get a tablet or they'll get the POS system turned on.
And we will let them know before we do.
Yeah, we'll let them know probably a week in advance that we're getting ready to turn them on. We'll get the tablet out, whatever it might be. So that way they can pay for it. We ship it out.
And
it's relatively painless on this stuff.
This week, you're going to see a change. If you've signed up some restaurants before, we are updating the checkout page.
Yeah.
So it will now show they can do the $149 and they can choose to sign up right then as a member for the $99.99, although they still will not get charged that until the market opens.
Right.
But that way they will be a member. They'll be able to charge the $2 service fee, and then they won't get savings, right? Meredith, are you saying you can't earn as a driver now if you refer a marketer? No, Meredith, that's not what we said.
Go ahead, explain.
So whoever signs up a marketer gets paid.
Right.
So if I'm a driver and I sign up a marketer, the marketer paid, I get paid. We consider you've paid your $1. We consider that's you've paid your membership for the driver, even though you haven't paid your full amount yet. You signed up a marketer, you get paid. You're a marketer, you sign up a marketer, you get paid. You're a consumer, you sign up a marketer, you get paid.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay. Does that make sense, Meredith? I hope so. We had to go back and forth with this on programming, so I hope this makes sense. What about the challenge?
Yeah, we put a big challenge out there, 25 grand. Unfortunately, nobody got close to hitting it. The one that was closest was Pam.
Hey, Pam,
So
honor
congratulations on that. But yeah, if you guys look, I'll pay you guys all kinds of money. It's all out there. All you got to do is go to work. There's going to be guys that are going to figure this out and say, hey, I want to make, you know, a mid six figures next year. And I'm going to give it 365 days and you'll be surprised, but you can't make money sitting on your duff wishing about it. You have to get up and move. It's real simple, you know?
Hey, Amy, there was a question. There was a question on somebody asked about when do I bring up the compensation to the restaurateur? I'd like to address that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do not. I've been in sales 15 years, and I had a conversation with one of my other buddies, and I said, I do not create my own objection first. So the goal is to bring on the restaurateur first. The savings they're going to save is going to blow their mind. Do not try to confuse them and say, well, you can make some more money here and you can refer drivers here. You're creating a couple of roadblocks that if they're not in the right mindset, they may stop and they may like, well, hang on, I got to understand all this stuff. If they're buying into signing up as a restaurant, I absolutely want the $2 savings. What do I need to do? Stop. Don't go any further. That's when someone says, hey, where do I sign? And you're like, wait, I didn't explain everything to you. No, sign the paperwork, sign up today. And then you lock them in. Then you can say, oh, by the way, I know you're excited about that. It's actually even better than that. And I'll come back and I'll explain to you some more details. A lot of times people try to, because remember, we've been hearing this over and over and over again. So this makes sense to us. And right now, some of the people who saw the calculator, they got their aha moment, but you've been hearing it over and over again. This restaurateur has only met you for the first time or the second time, and they're just keep them focused on their savings and how much they're going to make on their savings on their restaurant, because their core business is moving food. It's not recruiting. It's not drivers, none of that. Stay away from that conversation until you actually lock them in. Now, if they're a friend of yours and you actually know them and you're going to see them 3 or 4 or 5, 6 times, maybe I might, but I am trying to lock in the restaurant as a restaurateur. So I get the 40 cents, and some of them may say, I don't want to get involved in that. You can put your code in my store. You can give the drivers, all the drivers you want. You can have them all. They don't even know. Remember, they don't know the compensation plan. And if you want to tell them, I would wait. That's my recommendation as a salesperson and what I'm personally doing. I'm not opening up a bunch of can of worms.
Hey, Patrick, I hope everybody understood what Patrick just told you guys. That's wisdom. That's from a lot of experience, a lot of rejection, you know, because when we're younger, you know, we're just full of it. We're going to go in there and slay dragons. We're going to force the water nozzle down their throat and just unload it all. That is the wrong way to do it. Give them a little bite size. First thing is sign them up. And if you really want to make a friend out of that guy, by the end of that week or within the first 6 or 7 days, they're already going to get a call from Art. So you walk back in and then you ask them, you know, hey, how'd it go? Did Art call you? Did you get the white glove treatment? And more than likely, 99% of the time, Art will have already called them. And then you can go back and say, hey, you know, I know you probably have an email list of your customers. You know, let us help you with that. Let me show you how you can get more effective. Those are the things you want to do, is help take workloads off of them. Restaurateurs are the busiest people on the planet, because when they have customers and it's all in short windows, 2-3 hour windows, they're on it. They don't have time to talk, and they're just worried about getting those orders in, orders out, people seated, people unseated. Particularly with COVID now, they're under a lot of restrictions on size they can put in the store, etc. So just think about what Patrick said. It is the best piece of wisdom I've heard a salesperson talk about, and he's 100% on point on that.
I got an answer here on a piece of paper, even though I wrote it on the back here. Art Mongo wants to know, how easy is it for the restaurant to obtain the merchant account? Here it is. If you want to show that, that's the page, not the back. The back is my scribble. That's the front. That is the step in the merchant account. Excuse me, in the restaurant driver sign up flow that signs up the merchant account. It's right there. It's their banking details. What else? The name on the account, the type of account. Basically, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's how easy it is.
It's pretty simple. Page. And the new one's even simpler than that. That's going to come up, because we've taken the OTP out. We've taken out a bunch of steps. We made it really simple for people. There's nothing to be afraid of. There are no showstoppers out there. And if somebody says, no, I don't want it, then just be really nice and say, well, I'll come back and check with you, 30 days if you don't mind. Maybe by then you'll change your mind because you'll want to save 30, 40% on your bill.
When will we be able to use, this is Jim Clover. When will we be able to use the phone app for the driver refer and earn? Want me to answer?
Yeah.
Jim, hi. I heard about you from Evelyn yesterday. How you doing, Jim? Once you are a driver, this is how it works. So the driver is the parent app, okay?
Right.
The consumer is like the baby. So if you become a consumer first, your refer and earn tab is there. The minute you become a driver, or if you just become a driver first, your refer to earn tab moves over to the driver because the driver is the parent.
Right.
So you only refer and earn from the driver app once you are a driver.
Right.
Okay, so that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And Jim, this makes me wonder, are you not a driver? Jim, I don't know. I feel like you are.
You can look them up.
I know, Jim. I'm going to look you up as soon as we get off this call. Terry's here. Terry says hello.
Hi, Terry.
Oh, we got that one. Oh, what about, T-Mobile. Okay. Still, you should still be able, he's on T-Mobile. You should still be able to get your stuff off your T-Mobile. I know Evelyn was going to send you a bunch of stuff yesterday, so I'll check with her. How can a restaurant, how restaurant can have merchant account? I think you already answered that.
Yeah, when they sign up as a merchant, they'll be issued. Right now, we're not issuing them, but prior to us turning on the market, we'll send them their link and then they can just sign up. It's literally less than 3-4 minutes to sign up to get their account.
Bill Schwartz, I have several drivers that have entered their documents over 4 weeks ago. Oh, Bill, please have them email support because there's something wrong because it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, also, just so everybody knows, it's less than 5 minutes to sign up. And the technology that we employ, is the SDK up now?
No, that's the one that's going to be with this IT on Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
So it's amazing.
What you guys don't see is the back end technology that we're using for background search. So it's AI, so artificial intelligence. It also recognizes face. So it has a lot of real high tech stuff to it. So there's one piece that's up, which is the automated piece is all you got to care about. So that in itself is less than 5 minutes to sign up and put your documents in. We run that. It takes probably about 6 or 7 minutes to get authorization, either pass or deny. With what's called an SDK, which is an embedded product, will make it go faster. It'll probably take less than 2 minutes to get approval or rejection once that piece is up. That piece will go up, she said, on Monday or Tuesday. But you won't even see any of it. It's just a speed thing for us.
But Bill, if you want to go ahead and send an email to Evelyn
Yes.
at TripDelivers, and we need the email or the phone number for those people, and we'll be able to push them through. Because you want me to tell them why this happened?
No.
Okay, we'll push them through though, Bill. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Because it should not take longer than 10 minutes. Jose, would you do a QR code? Oh, Jose has been signing up restaurants in San Bernardino.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Inland Empire.
Would you do a QR for the restaurant with their link for their menu and for the restaurant to display so that, yes, they can do their own QR for the restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once they sign up for a restaurant, have them go in the consumer app, put in their information, and that's where they'll get their referral codes. They refer a driver, refer a customer, refer a restaurant, and then they can use those referral links to make a QR code,
Right.
put it on the table. And you guys, Jose's gonna make me fat because when we make those restaurant posts, all your restaurants have really good food, Jose. So I'm eating whenever I'm making those posts.
Yeah, and we're up to speed. Every restaurant that we bring online, we post them on our social media across all. We hook back into. We know most of the restaurants actually have 3,000 to 5,000 people. Some even have as many as 10,000 people following their site. So those are all customers. So that's the reason to go back to the store or the restaurant and then talk to the owner and say, hey, do you need some help reaching these people? That's how you start working your way in. You're doing the experience that they're not getting from our competitors. And that's the difference right there. We have people on the ground. You sign that customer up. You want to be in that restaurant, even if you have to go in and once or twice or 3 times a year. It's Valentine's Day. It's this or that. You bring them a card. You have a cup of coffee with them. It doesn't take much.
Everybody wants to know where you and Patrick got your shirts.
Well, Patrick, I don't know where he got his. Oscar made mine, but I like what he's got on too.
Oscar, you should start a store because everybody wants to know where Bob.
Yeah, Bob. They can email me. I got one of my drivers. He owns his own little shop, and I had him make me. I have 5 of these shirts. I have a gray. I got gray and blue. Some people want. Just shoot me an email. We're not gonna make money on it. I want a brand. Bob knows that I'm motivated to get the market open. If
the guy's a brand maniac. I guess all I can tell you, and that's a good thing because branding's where it's at. If we keep branding, and it will start to take over. In it's subliminal. Somebody says, "Oh, I saw that trip." Like last week, my buddy. I think I told everybody on the last call. My buddy is down on Fremont Street, and he sees 2 guys walking down Fremont Street, and they have shirts on. TripDelivers. So he walked right up to him immediately and started talking to him. Then he got me on the phone to say hello to the guys. So that kind of stuff doesn't sound important, but think about that. We'll be in 200 cities around the United States with people walking around with, TripDelivers, their food's coming at them, all that kind of stuff. It's a terrific marketing tool. And guess what? It's all free.
Art Mongo has another good point. Art, you've got good questions. He was going to be a legacy driver, but he's unable to be a driver because of COVID and issues and stuff. Right. So how does he keep his status?
Yeah, once you become a deliverer and you're a legacy and you're paying your $99 a month, you're automatically at that level of legacy.
Or if you're not going to drive.
Or if you're not going to drive, you don't want to drive, you can do the same thing with the marketer program.
So you could remain a legacy as long as you're
if you're a pro marketer or a pro driver.
Yeah. And then there will be some kind of
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She's whispering to me. You know how wives
I'm not a good whisperer. Never mind. Lloyd, they have our masks. Lloyd sent us those masks to the office. We're going to pick them up this week.
Yeah, I was over there the other day. I should have grabbed them.
Yeah.
I'll be over there on Monday again, so I'll pick them up, Lloyd.
We'll do a post, Lloyd. We'll put it on social media.
Yeah. We'll
with our mask. John, can I get old trip window decal from Geo Center? Passengers ask, what is that?
We got to get some stickers made up, and that's on Art. So I got to get with Art this week. There's just a bunch of stuff that he and I got to get coordinated on. I've been focused on other stuff. So, but the white glove program is working because I get nothing but great feedback from people about that.
And somebody asked Miami ? My question is to you, Yan. Miami ? Yeah, when are you going to open it?
Yeah, I mean, we got 18, 20,000 people there. It's up to you. I mean, I would come down there if I could and lead the parade and start, knocking on doors. Pretty good at that. So, but it's up to you guys. If you want to open Miami, it's all there. Just go knock on restaurant doors and sign them up. I mean, if they're doing 50 to 70 delivers a day, you know how much money they're going to save by working with us? The more they do is the more they're going to save. It's just that simple under our business model.
And Aris is asking.
Aris, where you been lately, man? I haven't heard from you.
I keep looking for your name, Aris, on the restaurant sign-up page. Marketer will pay $99.99 monthly right away when the marketer program is turned on. It's on. We turned it on yesterday.
Yeah.
And yes, either the side hustle marketers $39.99 at the time of sign up. We put it real big so there's no confusion. And then the pro marketer is $99.99 at the time of sign up.
Yeah.
And if you need to cancel,
but you start flowing commissions if you're earning money, if you're paying, and then you should be recruiting and getting drivers on board, all that kind of stuff. You can start earning money.
Hey, Bob, I've been typing my email in the thing, but some people they're probably watching. So my email, you can email me at patrick.beachbody patrick.beachbody@gmail.com. patrick.beachbody@gmail.com.
He didn't like that.
Yeah, he's going to go over to the beach body. Yeah, so did everybody get that? It's patrick.beachbody@gmail.com, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, let's take one or two more. We're running right at an hour right now.
Lloyd is asking about Verb.
Yeah, Verb is probably going to be online in the next 10 days. It's already done. We just have been focused on the real issues that are important to us right now, which is like the EIN number, marketing, white glove program. All those things were put ahead of the Verb program. Verb will be coming online pretty quickly. And so I suspect in the next 10 days, it hasn't been a real issue with us. We'll be almost done with all the things we need to be done with this week. And then we're going to what's phase 2. Phase 2 is some of these phase 2 items are going to go up very quickly, which is the TripDelivers.io, which is actually where the restaurants menus are going to reside, all this other kind of stuff. We have a restaurant app that's coming up, all that. That'll go pretty quickly. All the tech is done on that. The only thing left on both of those to do is not the tech. It's actually, putting the graphics together and making sure it's a world-class look and feel, much like our other site is.
Bill is asking, so Bill is the one that sent you the information, the Houston Restaurant Association.
Oh yeah, I saw that yesterday.
So Shanna is going to reach out to her, Bill.
Yeah, we sent that over to Shanna last night, I think it was.
Yeah.
And appreciate that. Anything you guys have like that and you want us to contact anybody, and look, if it's a restaurant association and there's money to be made there and you made the referral, we'll work out with something with you that, puts money in your pocket. So we're not asking you to refer us stuff that you're not going to participate in.
Bill says Houston will be the first one to open.
I happen to love Houston. San Antonio is a pretty good place too.
John is giving out his phone number for people in Miami so they can hit up Miami together.
Yeah, start working together.
Thanks,
Open
John.
Miami. I mean, there's so many restaurants there. It's like falling off a truck almost. It's that there's so many restaurants. If you employ the same strategy that Pamela's doing, which I got to believe she's almost walking the streets, door after door after door, because I see the same pattern with where she's signing up people. There's so many restaurants in proximity that you can literally almost walk from one to another. You know how you got all these big restaurant centers where you'll have, Outback and all these different ones all in one area. You go hit a bunch of them like that. You could turn a lot of them on. All right, guys. Patrick, you want to close it out, buddy?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for showing up, man. You're like, love it.
Yeah. So everybody, I just want you guys to know we're putting together the team. We're here. It's game time. We've got an app. We got 2 apps. They're on the App Store, and you guys just got to go out there. We want to turn it on. The only thing stopping us from turning it on is having the number of restaurants and the number of drivers, and we're free to go because the consumers will come on. Trust me, the consumers will migrate. But we need you guys to get to work, and I'm in the field. I'm just like you. I'm not anybody that's getting paid. I get paid when I bring on people. So join us all. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, buddy. Hey, I want to thank everybody for showing up this morning. Let's keep doing that. We'll get you some more information out next week. I knew I was going to get on a call this week, but I've been extremely busy. I'll try to hit one up midweek, either Tuesday, Wednesday. If not, it'll be obviously next Saturday morning. But I want to thank Patrick and his team and all the other people on the call, and I'll catch up with you next week. Thanks, guys.